Hi, girlies. Welcome to Book Please Podcast. It's Alina here.
Hey guys, it's Amanda.
I know what you guys are thinking. Who is that? Do we have a new co-host? I don't even know who this girl with the black hair is.
Oh, you were in like a full blonde.
I know. I'm so dramatic.
know.
It's so funny because this is the hair color. I've been dyeing my hair black like my whole life. Every once in a while, I'll put like a couple streaks in my hair or whatever, but like it always comes back to this. But just because I've had the black back for like a week, I'm like, oh, I feel like a new woman. And I feel like everyone should be like, oh my God, you changed your hair. Like I need my man to turn up and be like, oh my God, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like men aren't as, like when I feel like I do my makeup a little different, I'll be like, don't I look cute today? And it's like, yeah, babe.
Yeah, like you look exactly the same.
Exactly.
I was already hazed into this process by my brother who like when I was younger, like I would do like a little something different and I would show him and he's like, it looks the same. So like having a brother has just like,
It's okay.
it
Us
roughened it up
girls
for me,
notice.
so-
We notice.
Yes, for sure. Actually, I was shocked because when I and I had like a money piece and like blonde pieces in the front. So if we were looking at me like face on, you can really see it.
Mhm.
Nobody said anything to me at work, which I obviously don't care. But like in our meetings, not one person was like, oh, wow, you put blonde in your hair, said anything. All of a sudden, I dye my hair black. I'm getting multiple slacks, like messages while we're in a meeting. Oh my God, your hair. And I'm like, guys, literally, this is my hair that I've been doing since 1991. Like, I don't.
Oh, I notice everything, especially when I'm at work and on calls.
Yeah.
Like my boss will she usually has a curl. It'll be striped. Like, ooh, you got a
Yes,
hot date? What's going
right,
on? Why is
right.
your hair?
For me too, I have like haircut trauma where I'm like, after an inch, I'm like, oh my God, I have a bob. Like I cannot have my hair even like slightly shorter. I panic. I can't. That's one thing for me.
Well, I like you that way. But also I feel like, I don't know how these blondes do it. The maintenance on blonde hair, I can't.
It's a lot of maintenance and
lot
it
of
just
money.
makes the reason like I didn't keep it longer, like I actually liked the color and I was going to stick with it for a while, but your hair is just so dry and like it's just honestly, unless I was like fully styling it, it just didn't look good. It's not the same. Like I feel like when my hair has like a glaze in it, like it's so much shinier, it feels healthier, it's like a different texture. But when I have the bleach in it, I'm like, this shit is destroying my hair.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to some women I think look gorgeous as blondes where they're just
For
like, this is
sure.
going to be my hair. I
Yes.
don't care. And like, kudos to them.
Yes.
But if you're like a pretty brunette, I'm just like, low
Yeah.
maintenance, don't care, stay in
Yeah.
this color.
Also, I will say, like, I got lucky when I came here. I panicked when I moved to Florida from Jersey because it's like you have all your people that you know.
I hate looking again.
Yes. And I actually got super lucky. I found somebody, but before her, shout out Lauren at Hello Beautiful. Before her, I always had I felt like it was like I have somebody who does my hair when I go dark and my haircut, and then somebody who does the blonde
Yes.
because you need somebody who's
Who
like a
specializes
blonde
in that.
specialist.
Yeah.
And then even for my hands, I'm like, I have somebody who does my acrylics and somebody else who does my toes.
Yes. I get that.
It's like, what is this about being a woman? It's like the cut is one person, the color's another, the blonde is another, the toes are another, and then the tips.
Oh, when I first
like-
moved here, nail salon, like that was like so.
Yeah.
Now I do press-ons. Now I do my own nails.
Look
But
at
when
you,
I
queen.
first was here, I tried so many salons. Like I was like, oh, I just need someone that one doesn't talk a lot. Like I don't want to talk to you. I just want you to do my nails. Some don't shut up. There was one guy, I won't say where I went, but like I don't know what he would get distracted and talk to someone and stop working. And I'm like, I don't want to be here for 3 hours.
Yes.
So I need you to and then I do my toes and nails at the same time. So I don't want to be there longer than I have to be.
Yeah.
It's already a long day. So
Yeah.
it's just.
I don't know because we do acrylic. Well, you used to too when you would do your hands and your toes. Because we do acrylics, for me, it's like I cannot sit there for that many hours. I have to do my acrylics at one point and then my pedicure another because I'm not sitting there for 5 hours.
I can't
will
come back.
stab my eye out.
But then it's like you're taking time to have to go back there.
Yes,
you
but
know?
mentally, I'm in a safer space when I know like I'll be done with my hands in an hour, hour and a half. and I'm out, rather than being like, okay, I just sat here forever. I have no hands. I'm like at the mercy. These people have my hands. And then it's like my ADHD. And then to sit in that stupid chair after for another hour or so, I'm like, no. I gotta
I
go.
don't know how you do it. I feel like my toes would never be done if I wasn't on the same schedule with nails and toes. Like,
well, mine actually, I always have to do my hand. My toes last longer.
Oh,
because I do the
your
gel
nails more
pedicure,
often.
don't you? Or do you do regular?
I mean, well, I was doing the what is it? The thing under the light?
Gel.
It's not regular gel. That new thing that Gel X. I was doing Gel X.
Oh yes.
So that thing will last me like 4 weeks. Like I can go a month. I can go 6 weeks.
Yeah, you're insane with your nails. Mine don't last that long. And whatever. For me, my lashes last forever. Like I'm an anomaly. Like people don't understand how my lashes last so long. So that for me is my thing. It's my claim to fame. But you win the nail trophy for sure, because yours will be immaculate for a month.
I'm low maintenance, and
I'm
I try and do
every 2
simple.
weeks. Every 2 weeks.
No. And for me, if I have an event coming up, I'm gonna wait till right before that event, because I'm not gonna do it a week before, and then I feel like no.
That whole scheduling thing has me all messed up. Like trying to plan everything, like, okay, I'll push this to this day so that in 2 weeks it's this event, and then I get them fresh for that. And it's just like the girl math is just exhausting sometimes.
Since we're on the beauty topic.
Yes.
So I've been into my like affordable makeup these days, you know, like
switching it up.
I miss my Estee Lauder double wear, but now I'm like, you know, Maybelline girl.
Yeah.
So I love, you know what it is? Like Amazon's so easy now. I'm just like, I'm just going to get everything drugstore. Easy. But I say that, but then
you can still get, like, I get my Estee Lauder sometimes from Amazon, or I'll Instacart it or whatever. Sephora delivery, the worst, best thing to happen.
It literally is, and it's like a set fee, so it makes it so easy. But then I'm like, no, my pockets hurt. Okay, so I did a She Glam haul. Like I was like, okay, like they came out with these like
they actually have jelly cute shit.
Yeah, their stuff is pretty good. I think everything. My powder right now is, my lips is. My blush. So they came out with these jelly blush and lip tints, kind of similar to the Milk ones.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'd rather get the cheap one.
Cute. People are like, I want to bite it.
People are weird. Stop doing that. That shit's weird. People are weird. But so I ended up getting 2 of the colors, right? And I played with it before I did my makeup, because I was like, oh no, it dries so fast that you need to like blend it quick.
Yeah.
So I did it with my beauty blender and like dabbed it, and then I put some on my lips, but I put something over this, so this isn't the color. And when I tell you that I use like
fingers are stained.
I used makeup remover. I used a brush cleaner like thing.
What is it in the She Glam?
Listen, I'm all about stuff that's pigmented, but like this is ridiculous.
No.
So now I'm like, when I go to take a makeup wipe and try and wipe everything off, I'm anticipating my face to still be freaking
You're gonna have, it's like permanent makeup.
I'm hoping because it sits on foundation, it'll come off. But now I'm just like, She Glam.
God.
Like I'm with it, but I'm not with it.
You got, yeah, that's a lot. I didn't even know. Okay, I swear, I was influenced because every time I open Instagram, I buy something from some bitch that's posting.
Fucking TikTok.
And I saw this stunning, and it's still my favorite to this day, this highlighter, and it's like iridescent and it's beautiful, and I just freaking love it. Yeah, I'm wearing it.
I think I'm wearing it too. Which one is it? The Comet one?
Yeah, I think so. It's like the purpley one.
Yes, Flying Comet or something.
Yeah, I love that highlighter. And I had seen an influencer posting it, and I was like, absolutely adding to cart immediately. And then I realized, like, one day a package came. That's how much I didn't know what it was. And my boyfriend was like, your Shein order came. And I was like, what? And he was like, Shein. I was like, I never ordered from there, like, recently.
And it says Shein. Yeah.
And then it says it on the package, and I'm like, huh? And then I realized, oh, She Glam. Hello, Alina, wake up. But
I didn't know either. I
had no idea. And the stuff actually looks really cute. Like their packaging, the stuff it comes in. I was like, China, okay. Even though I know fast fashion, but we're balling on a budget here.
You actually put me on. I didn't know who they were until I tried your highlighter.
Yeah.
So that's all you. You are the reason for my addiction.
No, but I mean, that's helping you save some money, though.
I spent like $30. So I'm like, I got like 10 products.
You can spend you could spend $30 and get like a whole new set of makeup from She Glam.
I got so much stuff. It was ridiculous.
But I will say, like, there's certain things like my foundation, like I haven't found anything that I'm like, I can do drugstore. Like I can't.
I get it. There's nothing like double wear. I 100% agree with that.
There was an Olympic swimmer. Okay, I was dying. She got out of the fucking pool in the Olympics, like racing, swimming in the waters, comes out with the most flawless
What
beat
was she
face.
wearing?
And all the comments were like, what's her foundation? What's her foundation? Every single person in the comments was like, that Estee Lauder, don't move.
Is
bitch.
that what it was?
Yes.
Okay,
And
I was
she
curious. I was torn
looked
between that or like the MAC one, the water.
insane. And I was like, that's my shit right there. Like, there is nothing like the double wear.
Yeah, when I was in college, double wear, like partying all night, coming
Yeah.
home the next day, makeup still flawless.
Literally. And that's how I feel about the Stila black eyeliner, because you know I'm a
Oh,
wing
yeah.
queen.
That one's
The
popular.
waterproof one, it doesn't move. Go to bed, wake up. I mean, we don't condone not washing your face before bed, but like it happens sometimes when, you know, you have a long night or whatever you're doing.
I mean, it don't happen to me
You're
anymore,
drinking.
but
If I have a night like drinking and whatever, and I come back and I crash, and then I wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning, like it's not that I've done that in a long, long time, but
I think for me, I have a silk white pillowcase, and that forces me to take off my makeup.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to ruin it.
yes, totally agree. Water break, sorry.
No, you're good.
As soon as
Now
I took
I
a
kinda
sip,
want
you
one.
stopped talking.
I know. I was like, are you going to go
Hey
somewhere
guys,
soon?
we're gonna have a musical interlude because we're both drinking water. Do you guys love
we
our
need some
cups?
elevator
Do you
music.
guys love our cups from Etsy because they're personalized and they're precious?
So cute.
Okay.
Next order of business.
I just need to get this out of the way really quick about It Ends With Us.
Okay.
We're not adding fuel to the fire. We
No.
refuse.
Refuse.
This is
Love the movie. Love
our-
the book.
Like, disclaimer, do not come for us for, yes, we're a book pod, but we're a positive book pod and we're not doing this shit. We are not, until somebody from the cast speaks on what is going on. We're not going to be sitting here dissecting rumors that are made up by fans.
Mhm.
And I feel like it's so unfortunate because we absolutely love the book. We absolutely loved the movie.
Yep.
And I feel like everything that has been coming out about Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively and this whole like pitting the cast against each other and trying to speculate has just fully soured this beautiful movie. And it's really unfortunate.
I don't feed into it. I think it's stupid. I think it's petty. And if any of it is true, which I highly doubt, they're all professionals. Like,
Yeah.
it's so stupid. Like, the stuff that people are saying, I'm just like, ugh, who cares?
I know. And I'm sure there's something because there is, you notice like, okay, Justin isn't appearing at like in the same press moments, in photos, in interviews with Blake.
Yes.
Okay, maybe there's some shit going on. But this all started with people being like, oh, I think it's this. Oh, I heard this. Oh, and then everybody is basing their opinions off of like these swirling rumors. And we have like really heard nothing from people that were on set in the movies. And it's just like, just let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be. Even if there's something, let it be. And I feel so like we're so lucky that we saw it early as a pre-screening because I can't imagine not having seen the movie now and having been so excited as we were to go see it with this sour taste.
Yeah, it's like drama. I'm just not. And honestly, it'll be really telling when they start filming the second one.
Yeah.
I will boycott if they change anything.
They are going to. Like, I don't even know if Justin's like fully even gonna be on board. And I don't know that he's going to direct it. I don't know that he's even going to want to play Ryle. I don't know how they're surfacing shit that Blake has said from like 2012, 2010 interviews. And they're like trying to paint this picture about who she is, trying to paint a picture about Justin. It's so crazy. And I'm like, now what is going to happen for that second movie?
I love them both. And honestly, they shouldn't change anything. It's for the people. Whatever they do have drama, whatever, just like keep it in the back. Like,
I know. And it's not even them.
maybe nothing.
They're at the very least, they're going about it still professionally.
As they should.
And it's just frustrating that everybody's like, and I get it, like you hear things and you're putting pieces together and you want to comment on it. But it's like really for me has just completely soured this moment that was so precious to me. Like I felt such a deep love for this series and like cried like the whole movie. And I am just like, wow, I can't believe that like this has completely overshadowed everything about that.
Yeah. I mean, I think they'll get through it and I'm excited for the next one.
Okay, let's just say everything's going to go well for the next book. But we really, seriously, unless one of them speak out, like we're not going to sit here and be like, they said this about Justin. They said this about Blake. Like it's just not the vibe for us.
Love them both.
Yeah. Great movie.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Made me cry like 4 times.
You
know how I
more
feel.
than 4.
5 stars.
More
5
than
cries.
4. My boyfriend literally has brought it up so many times where he's like, I just remember this one moment. I look over and both of you are just like looking
Bawling.
like somebody just died. Like he always brings it up.
Okay, so I just want to bring up one thing. There's
Yes.
this show that's very popular right now on Netflix.
Okay.
I always butcher it. I don't know if it's Country Fire or Fire Country. I want to say it's Fire Country. But I cry every single episode. It's one
Really?
of those tearjerkers that I'm just like, and a lot of it, I can guess what's going to happen, but I still cry like a baby. And my boyfriend was having a friend come over, and I was like, I need to stop crying. I need to like fix
That is
myself
so
up.
funny.
But it's just such a good show, and I already watched both seasons. I'm waiting for the third. But it's if you want to cry, if you're a crybaby like us, and like you want to cry, like even watching like Good Doctor, I'll cry every episode.
Is it a drama? Like what?
It's like a drama. It's about a guy that is in jail and he can live out his sentence or like, get time, taken away if he helps with like becomes like a volunteer firefighter. So he goes back to his hometown where he's volunteering and, there's drama with the parents and then his love life. And it's just, I love it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to check it out for sure. Once I finish all the other things, I'm trying to wrap up. I swear there's like no time in the day anymore between everything, but definitely going to add that to my list.
Yay.
I'll make one quick recommendation, though. If anybody wants to read a different book by Colleen that's going to make you cry, Reminders of Him is so good. I always push it. And it just reminded me when you said jail, because the book starts out with this girl in a car on her way back from literally being in prison. And you don't know why. But you do know that she went away for the death of her boyfriend. And they have a child, a baby girl, and the baby girl is with the parents and like she can't see her kid. And we don't know what happened. We don't know why. We don't understand. So it's like it's not really a thriller, but like there is this big piece that's a mystery.
Yeah.
And like you're going through all her emotions. She goes to like this little dump shit apartment. She's starting over. She doesn't have her kid. She just went away for her boyfriend's death. And then you're just kind of like living through her
Did she do it?
And emotions.
No,
I'm not saying I'm not you. I'm not going to give any spoilers by accident or on purpose.
Fine. I'll read it.
Yes, Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. Check it out if you're into that kind of into her vibe, I would say. It's still a Colleen book, Speaking of love.
Love
Island reunion, the first ever reunion. And they had to do it because that freaking show was the #1 show in the U.S.
Yeah.
When it aired. I
watched the ending. But
yeah, you skim through the middle part of the.
It's too long. Who has time to watch that?
It's a long. Love Island is really long because it's designed to be happening live and people are voting in real time.
That's what I'm saying. Who got time to watch that shit live?
But people do. It can't be a show that's like just weekly that you look at later because it's happening in real time, so you can make decisions. So you have to keep seeing what's happening.
No,
you know what I mean.
That's
so
too much for me.
Yeah,
I'd rather like. I even hate when I watch a show like Love is Blind and they only release the first 5 and then I have to wait. Like, I just want to bang it out.
Yeah, but for me, I actually love when it's annoying because with this one, like you have to catch up to see what's happening in real time. But I love when I see, like, if I'm looking for a show and I see, like, 8 seasons, I'm like, yes. Because I don't want to see 2 seasons and then I know, like, I'm going to be looking for something again. So if I could take my time with that many episodes, I'm happy to do it.
I love multiple seasons. I get so sad when it's just one. Like, there's this one show I used to watch, which people may judge me or age me, but it's called Grimm. It's like a sci-fi.
We're not old.
But it's like a really, not old show, but it's an older show.
Yeah.
And I wanted to cry when it was over. I was like, no. And don't get me wrong, it has like 8 seasons, but
no, I get the same way. That's why I'm like, I don't care. But it was, it's more trashy TV, so whatever. But this was the first time they ever did a reunion. You could tell it was the first time they ever did a reunion, in my opinion. Like, they didn't get to, they brought back everybody, which a lot of casts, like, when they do reunions, they bring back a lot of the main people and not just like everyone. Person that's like stepped in for 5 minutes. They brought back everyone and they talk to just the main people, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah. I only knew the other ones were involved because they were like little clips of them.
Yeah, like it was just, if you watch the whole thing, you knew who they were, but it was like, I just feel like it wasn't well organized and they didn't really get to everybody, and it just kind of felt like, I don't know, a little like trial and error vibes.
It was like a watch party to me.
It was interesting. It was fine. It was good. We got some answers. There were some things in there that definitely stood out to me that I wasn't expecting. So we could kind of talk through those things.
I'm happy Serena and Cordell are still good.
Yeah. That is the, like, love to see it.
Yeah.
Serena and Cordell are like number one in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Precious, doing so well. And then it was so funny because like, I don't know if you saw this episode, but there was a time where like he had made a joke on the show, like he loves Cheez-Its, and he's like, I want Cheez-Its to sponsor me. Like that was always his running
was that the
joke.
cheese thing they
Yeah,
said?
so they asked him if like Cheez-Its, if he's officially like a partner with Cheez-Its.
Oh, got
He
it.
was like, I'm happy to report. I'm like, okay, Cordell, go get your money, honey. But yeah, like love them so much. And throughout it a lot, like obviously there's a really like deep bond between Leah, Janae, and Serena. They call themselves PPG, the Powerpuff Girls. That's where that comes from if you
Jesus.
ever hear it, because it was like their joke in the thing, and they're just like PPG. So that's who they are, and they are so bonded. But what I loved about it was like they will always defend each other to the death. But I also appreciated Serena for when the girls were like having like feeling a type of way about somebody else, she still had like her independent thought to stick up for what was right and whatever. Like I just feel like Serena was such a class act, and like even with the other girls who like, it's an uncomfortable thing to come in as a girl from Casa Amor or as a bombshell when people are already bonded in couples, and I feel like she still gave them grace, even to the girl who came and messed with her own man. So I was like, I commend you for that for sure.
Yeah, I like Serena because she is a girl's girl, but she's also her own person. Like
Right,
she's not like a follow
exactly.
everyone. Like
That's how I feel.
that's what everyone's saying, so I'm gonna say that. She's like, no. She's like, love you girls, but I ain't with it.
100%. And they respect her too. Like they
Yeah.
let her talk, and I'm like, that's how it should be. And I loved that she was able to just like have her independent thought, express herself openly as she felt like she wanted to, without having to tiptoe around, oh, but does this girl like this person or this, that, the other? Like she just stood up for what she felt was right, and I commend her for that.
I feel like she's the most mature and the most I can
Yeah.
like relate to and align with.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I was really surprised. Okay, so Leah and Miguel are officially a couple. Serena and Cordell are officially a couple. Janae and Kenny are officially a couple. We got some good, good amount out of there. And then surprisingly, I mean, it was super awkward when Ariana turned to Nicole and Kendall, because they just sat there in silence. And then, shit is not good. And we learned they're still together, even though there's all of this going on. So basically, obviously, which is so unfortunate, this video had come out toward like when the finale was airing, which really blew up like on Kendall. It was a private, intimate video that like was very vile of the person to leak such content.
Yes.
And it's none of your business. And this is so, so, so very messed up in every single way. And this came out. But what we learned also is like, what I had seen was like, obviously Kendall putting out a statement like, obviously this is not something that I trusted this person and this, that, and the other. And then Nicole, we just saw her completely silent.
Yeah, I feel for both of them. It's hard. It's like having your life out there for the public.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad.
So when I had seen Nicole kind of say like things have been hard for her, I immediately, because the whole show, it was like, Kendall's all in and Nicole needs time to get there. Kendall's all in and Nicole needs time to get there. So then when I saw things were rocky, like immediately my head went to like, oh, maybe the distance and the this and that, like she's unsure, she's not there. But she really, you can see, is like deeply affected and hurt by certain things, and actually like really is very much like in love with him, it seems, but conflicted as well, because really he came out and said like, initially he had said the video was from a while ago. It was from his past, something that resurfaced. But what we come to find out is like, it's something that happened right before the show, like in the hotel room before he went on Love Island.
But to me, timing doesn't matter. I mean, he was single. Do what you want.
Correct.
So that doesn't bother me much.
But does the lie bother? Nicole's problem is that he lied. He lied about the timing and then came back to her. And I feel like I understand her, but at the same time, this might be way bigger than her. He might have been just so embarrassed at the time, like this very personal, intimate video came out and he just didn't know how to react. So he was just like, oh, that's old.
So the reason I feel for Nicole is because this is someone you chose to be with. This is someone that, like you said, she didn't open up in the beginning and she finally let him in.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'm supposed to be not only your lover, but your best friend.
Yeah.
You can't come and be honest with me. The first thing you think is to lie.
Yeah.
Like, but I also feel for Kendall, like, you know, he's mentally going through it. So the last thing he's thinking about is like, I need to be honest. I need to be honest. I need to think about her, when he's like, who knows what he's battling.
Yeah.
But I also feel like she's seeing it as like, you know, Are we 100? I mean, I feel like we're not if you can easily lie to me. And even I feel like Serena said it the best. Like, if someone lied to me, you know, like that's just distasteful. Like, I'm not going to get over that quick. And we know how reserved she is because of the show. Yeah. So it's going to take her time. Yeah. He just needs to be patient.
I think what it is like this particular circumstance, because of the nature of certain things that came out in the video, it is so traumatic, embarrassing. He's getting bullied. Like, it's a very sensitive topic that he's panicked, and maybe his initial reaction was to be like, oh no, like, because he's not ready to like be that vulnerable about whatever is in that video. But then comes to her later and is like, look, actually, this was something that happened much more recently, whatever. And you know what? Maybe he only did that because people were noticing, like, hey, that's the hotel room that like you guys were in before the show. So like things didn't add up. So maybe he wasn't direct with her. Whatever it is, obviously we feel so bad for Kendall, and this is disgusting behavior on anyone's part. But I also think like it doesn't invalidate that Nicole has feelings in the scenario. Like, she can't help how she feels. Maybe they should have kept it a little closer to the chest in the reunion. But I think that she was just like so raw and like so not over it that she couldn't keep it together.
If I had to guess, I feel like everyone was there for Kendall. Like, the whole cast was like, they were there for him. But I feel like she kept saying, we need to still have conversations about this. So I'm thinking he didn't fully open up. She still has a lot of question marks. Yeah. So I think they haven't had that conversation deep enough for her to be like, okay, I forgive you. So I think, you know, with the way she was breaking down, I was like, there's a lot more to it. Yes. You know, and people just don't see that. They hang out with Kendall a lot more. She's like kind of keeping to herself. So I think they need to like she's still with him. So they obviously are trying to work things out. But I think they need to like sit down, and maybe he's still not fully being honest.
I think the one thing I couldn't like fully get on board with was like, yes, I know all the girls were trying to be like, okay, damage control, make sure Kendall's okay and this and that. But also Nicole has feelings too. Yeah. So we're not going to like just everybody gang up on this poor girl. You know,
she was hurting.
Yeah.
And she needed her friends too. You
could see her pain, and it's not like she left him, but she's in pain. And I think it was a little early for her to speak on it too. And it was getting frustrating because like he wouldn't spit it out. So she was just like, look, this is what happened. And it was hard to watch.
Yeah. And I think, you know, the rest of the cast, even though they feel like family, should have minded their business and let them just talk about it and move on from it. Right. You know, they kept milking it and giving in their own like opinions, and like people are like, oh, forgive him. Much. Like, you know, like it happened before, you know, I would have forgiven that lie. And it's like,
or let's have this conversation not here in front of everyone.
Exactly.
But I will leave it on a positive note. Okay. Janae slayed the house down with her look.
She looked amazing.
Beyond, beautiful. I would say best dressed, looked amazing. Face was beat. Nicole was a close second. She looked absolutely fire. But I will say Janae just came to slay. But not only that, she brought the receipts. And that was my favorite part of the reunion. She's like, on page 4, you said this in this episode and apologize and go. Like, she was absolutely killing me.
Oh, that was hysterical. I didn't expect that. She was just waiting for that part.
She was so funny. And I love how they just like all stand up and they're like, no, we're not going to do this to this person. Like, this is my friend. Like, they fully support each other. Like, even just the way like on their social media, like they'll just repost all the good things happening to their friends and fellow cast members, not just like their own shit. So I just love that. But also her coming to the reunion with this sheet of paper, not even just things that were like said about her, but like her people. And she's like, let's address this that you said to my friend. I was like, yes, queen, I fucking love you. Yeah.
I think even if all those couples don't work out, they found each other. Like, you found friendships. And
totally.
I think, you know, a good thing that comes from like girls becoming friends, like my best friend from back home, we became friends because of a guy. Yeah. So, you know, like I feel like that's kind of, they literally found family, not just love.
Yeah, so totally. Nice. Love that.
Ooh, here for it.
Yes. Okay. Speaking of love, should we get into The Perfect Couple by...
Are you saying you love it? Is that what you meant?
No.
Oh, because the book has
talking
love.
about we dealt with some actual like love things happening.
So now we're understanding all the love triangles and stuff.
OMG. Okay. So we read chapters 14 to 20 in The Perfect Couple by Elin Hilderbrand. Ready, set, go.
It's getting messy.
It's
getting messy. So we all know that Merritt's pregnant. We all know that Tag's the father.
Yes.
So she confronts him, and then he's like, no, don't keep it. I don't want to be involved.
Yeah.
And he's trying to like give her hush money, and she's threatening to tell his wife, and it's just sloppy.
Yeah.
So now he looks like he could have been someone that killed her.
For sure. And like there's still that piece with the kayaks that's like, if he was going to go out by himself, he would have brought in the single person one, and he's the only person really with access or who will allow somebody else to get them. So there were two. It was a 2-person kayak. There were 2 people out there. One of them had to be her because she was dead in the water. So we're still trying to figure out who was the other person. We didn't get that many like nuggets, I feel like, in this section to be like, oh, we're unfolding the mystery. But we did get to learn more of relationships between characters. So like we really got into Celeste and Shooter's like origin.
How they fell in love.
Oh my God.
I mean, it took 8 months for her to meet him. And my thing is like, you were with Benji for 8 months. You think you'd be so in love with this man. You see one hot guy and now you're like.
She was like love at first sight. Literally, that's what she said about him. And it's like, and she was trying to justify too, because she's like, sometimes you have like this chemical reaction. Like your body is like telling you something about this person. Like it's almost like a soul connection. Like they just have this thing and you're just so entranced by the person is how they were trying to describe it. I'm not trying to like excuse it, but I'm trying to understand them, and they both had like this overwhelming pull, and it was sad because Benji's amazing.
What pissed me off is that, you know, the night that he proposed, she was gonna break up with him.
Yeah,
she was gonna do the right thing.
Why are people going this far?
And then she saw freaking Shooter hugging someone, and that was like fine, I'm gonna say yes. Like so petty.
The level of
like,
petty.
I can't.
He hugged a bitch, so I'm gonna go get engaged.
Yes, I'm gonna
Wedding
say yes.
is on.
Yeah, like it's just. I mean, but listen, I feel bad most for Benji because one, he doesn't know what's going on, which I'm assuming he's gonna find out. 2, you know, I mean, then again, it's like karma. He left another woman for Celeste.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Maybe he deserves it.
Yeah. But that girl it wasn't like, oh, I left her. Like he was kind of like, it was not working. We were done. Like,
but it took him meeting Celeste to leave her, which I think is fucked up.
Yes. Yeah. Agree. But yeah, I mean, it's really sad. And like how she says all these things about like what a stand-up guy he is. Like she'll be like, he comes to the table and like when I get to the table, like he'll stand up and just like all the little things that paint a picture of the type of man that he was to her. I know. I'm like, come on, girl. Like people die for this.
I know. You're ruining it for, you know, us good women, not her.
Yeah. So it was hard to read, but then we got to understand it a little bit deeper.
We gotta talk about Brucey boy.
Brucey, boo, and
poor Karen.
Oh my God. Like,
Robin.
Couldn't she just die before she found this out? She was shook about this secret. So she hears Bruce and Tag talking. And Tag is what kind of person?
It's like, oh, I cheat. Do you cheat?
Like, why are you going to have this? This is your bros chat? Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? And then Karen, of course, is like any other woman. She's like, let me listen real quick. I know.
She's like, oh, he said no. I would have walked away after that, but no.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, he said he didn't cheat, but then he said, but it didn't make sense. I loved the way that it was done because you're hearing all this stuff and then it's like, he was like, but I came close and I questioned everything about myself in that moment. Like it changed everything for me. And I'm like, oh my God, like this woman had this effect on you.
Robin.
And then all of a sudden he names the person, the woman, Robin, and then all of a sudden you see a shift in Karen, the way she's talking about the story. And then at the end it's revealed, she's like, wait, Robin is a guy.
Yeah, it's a unisex name.
That was so clever by Miss Ellen.
Yes.
Oh,
because I was like, oh, okay, you had a crush on a girl.
That was such a great way to reveal it because you're hearing the story. Then she's like freaked out because she's like, oh, I know this person, and I'm thinking, oh my God, were they really close? Was she close with this girl? Were they friends? Blah blah blah. And then it's like, nope, this was a man. And then the fact that he had this man over for dinner and had her cook.
I have a new theory now.
Okay, what is it?
I think.
Okay.
Brucey boy
Oh.
met someone at the house. I don't know if it was Thomas. I don't know if it was Tag. You know, kind of had like a thing. Maybe Merritt saw it and someone wanted to shut her up.
Oh, no.
Mm.
No, you're not gonna get.
No, you don't think Bruce killed
I
Why
don't
can't
think
Bruce kill her?
I don't think Bruce would kill her.
Man, that would be a great ending.
You know what?
I hope
Joke's
she
on
does
me if it is.
Oh,
but
that'd be amazing.
I wouldn't like that ending.
No, I would love it because then it's like
Why?
it's not what I expect. Like you don't
It's
expect it.
It's
much.
just like it's too far.
Okay, fine.
Just for me, I don't
fine.
rewrite the ending to something else.
I still think not Tag. I still think Thomas is sleeping with that feathered chick.
Yes.
And I think that Abby still had sex with Tag.
There was a part too where there was the Abby. That's funny. There was a part too where like where Celeste was talking to the cop. Like that's what we get to at the end, where she's kind of like talking through everything that happened. She also kind of revealed to the cop what was going on with Tag. So now Tag's a suspect. Yep. Also Greer, because the cops are like, okay, we have this crime writer who does this for a living. Like she might be able to get in the minds of these people. Maybe she's capable of doing something like this. So these people are now put as suspects. But I think she's also kind of revealing, like the cop is noticing every time he mentions the wedding, like, oh, you were going to get married. Like you were going to get married that day. And she gets weird. And then in the retelling of like what happened with her and Merritt the last time they kind of saw each other, Merritt says to her, oh, your stutter's gone. And I picked that up, but then I was like, maybe her stutter is not to do with the murder or anything like that. I think because at first I was like, oh, maybe like there's something that she's plotting and she's developed this stutter. She's still suspicious. Stutter was
before the death.
It was before the death, but like maybe something she knew was coming or something made her uneasy. But I think it's really that her stutter stopped because the wedding was called off and she was about to run away with Shooter. And that's what Shooter was doing. And I don't think they're involved.
Oh, you think they were running away together that night?
Because why did he run away like that? Bags the fuck packed.
And she had bags packed too. Okay, what if Merritt saw something she wasn't supposed to see? I just want to know who killed her. I'm like, I got to get to it.
Yeah, that's actually...
And maybe it has nothing to do with her cheating and being pregnant. Maybe she saw something she wasn't supposed to see.
Yeah.
This is why I bring it back to Bruce.
Yeah, but would they kill Celeste's best friend? I don't know.
Someone killed her.
It's so obvious if it's Tag.
That's why it can't be him. It can't be the wife. It's too obvious.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's Abby. I think Abby's pregnant ass did it.
Okay, wait. Prediction.
Uh-oh. Lay it on me.
Something just came to me.
It better be good.
Karen. She's dying.
That girl can't even walk.
Let me talk to you. Just give me a second. Let me cook real quick.
Okay.
I let you do your
Merritt was on drugs, so I'm listening now.
Do your predictions.
So Merritt was weak.
Okay. So I feel like Karen could have been the one to do this. She sensed something about her daughter and she desperately wanted to get her daughter out of this wedding. And she knew, and she told her daughter, no matter all this money, all these people traveling to this, there's so much pressure to have this wedding. And Karen is just like, I know my daughter's not happy. I know my daughter doesn't want to be in this wedding, in this marriage, and I need to get her out. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if she went through some crazy measure. She's about to die. She's not going to face the repercussions. I just want to know why she
killed Merritt.
Karen is not going to face the repercussions as it is. And I don't know why Merritt would be the one, but there's always...
I thought you were going to tell me why Merritt did it. Why Karen did it.
Well, I think that Karen did it because I think she's trying to get the wedding called off.
That's fucking extreme. I don't think Karen's that... I mean, I would love that ending.
I just feel like there's like she is like, we're getting you out of here, sweetie. And maybe something went wrong. Maybe she wasn't trying to kill. Maybe she wasn't trying to kill Merritt. Like, but something happened.
Well, Merritt, we know she took drugs. We know she wasn't. So
yeah.
God, imagine it just becomes suicide after all this. Do you think?
I don't know that it would be.
The cop even said like they found stuff in her system.
Yeah, I mean.
And then Tag said he didn't want her to keep
to the water without the intention of dying.
Someone did it. Someone did it.
Yeah.
I just don't know who. Yo, plot twist, Celeste killed her bestie.
That would be absolutely batshit. But
love
why?
Maybe she was hitting on a shooter and that girl lost it.
I mean, she kept saying that too. She's like, these boys, like, why do they like me? Like, Celeste is more their type.
Well, Shooter told her she's like Celeste, she's very down to earth and
Yeah.
So many questions.
So for next week, we will find out a little bit more. We're reading chapters 21 to 26. Hopefully we'll get more into like the sketchiness around it so we can solve the mystery before the book ends.
If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe. We're also on TikTok and Instagram at Book Please Podcast. And if you have Facebook, please make sure to join our group at Book Please Podcast /booklets. Thanks, guys.
Bye.